It's May 3rd. Moon Day. Show your ass day. We're still talking about sex. I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole. I'm in the abyss. I'm in the rabbit hole of Uranus. Okay, well, it's the elephant in the room and it can't be avoided anymore. So, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm like, is there not anybody else more qualified? Come on now. Come on. Come on. There's got to be someone more qualified than me. Anyway, so Dr. Espy's in the house. This is what I say. One, I'm going to pose it as this. When was the first time you were introduced to sex, exposed to sex? Had it, touched it, felt it, saw it, pornography, whatever. When were you introduced to sex? I'll give you a little story. Well, and were you ever molested, touched inappropriately at any time by a family member or someone outside of the family member? And if so, who was it? What was your sex, i.e., male or female? And who was the offender, a male or a female? Older, same age, whatever have you. Younger, it could possibly be. Anyway, so uh, in my situation, I was 8 and raped and impregnated. And then it was erased from my memory. And then my mom started dating someone who was abusive to her. And my mom was 27 when she had me. And this person, then she started dating 33. He was 23, but I didn't think about it in such a fashion. And so I was 5. So there was a 17 years age, 18, 17, 18 year age difference between her boyfriend and myself. So that's not like very mature in the scheme of things. Okay, but anyway, and so then he touched me inappropriately several times, and then other men along the way it could have been, and even the person I lived next to the parish house, a parish not in like Bern, but parish in the church that was close by, one of them, had a house that they owned, and whenever they hired a pastor, that pastor would live there. Anyway, and so that pastor, one of them, there were several, but one in particular, indulged in porn. And so then my mom's boyfriend also indulged in porn magazines, Hustler, Playboy, it was always about the article. Anyway, so I've been watching all of these crime shows, and and so I, female, 58. Okay, so I used to, as women, we fuck somebody and have sex, whatever, however you want to put it, make love, and I can't say it like that because I was molested, so I talk in a gruff fashion, despite the fact that I was molested. Okay, so anyway, when it came to having sex education or knowing about the female organs or things as such, I went to a public school and it was introduced, I think, in like 6th grade. This is 1970s, and my mom refused to sign the permission slip, and I was one of one other child that had to sit out in the hallway during these discussions. Okay, so now escalate forward, and now they're talking about having anal sex in the classroom, transgender, gender neutral. I mean, shit done gone hog wild. I don't even know if you have to have a permission slip. Okay, So then, if you're in the spiritual community, tarot community, they've been calling out the child molesters and pornography uh, and things as such. Now, but people think sex is dirty, but sex really isn't dirty. It's a co-creation of love and manifested in love if it's done in love. Okay, so this is where that we're all as a collective being supposed to be coming to people in love, but people are masking lust behind love. Okay, this is why we're talking about sex, and the worms are out of the can. The can is like the worms not. You opened up a can of worms. No, 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 no. The worms are out of the can. Okay. You opened up a can of whoop ass. No, no, the whoop ass was already out of the can. Oh, the elephant's in the middle of the room. No, the elephant shit so much everybody shoveled the shit underneath the rug, and now the rug is shit. Okay. No, it's like, do I think all people are assholes, or all different cultures, women, men in those cultures are assholes? No, because it's androgyny. But what has happened is all of those negative attributes of all of those collective nationalities and cultures and things about women and or men that are negative traits are true. Okay, and that is what is seen in the public, in the outside world now, manifesting themselves while everybody else is saying that we're good, but while all the other shit that's really inside of you is on the outside staring you in the face, and you're saying, no, that's not me. Okay, was it me banging him on the counter? No, it wasn't me. Banging him on the counter? No, it wasn't me. Okay, Shaggy? No, it wasn't you. All right. So, one, we don't like to be cheated on. It doesn't matter male or female. We don't like to be violated. It doesn't matter male or female. Okay, so we start with, let's start with the Jewish culture. A brisk. That's a violation of the child right off, straight off the gate, taking their life force. That's what the fuck that is. All right. So now, if you're willing to engage, porn people, sex world, I'm opening it up to the sex world. Hit me back at me and tell me, when was your first sexual experience and when were you exposed to it, if you're willing to share, because we need to break this shit down and get past the hurt and pain and why people. And let me just say this, it's like women who are just regular house moms, it's hard to compete with a new shiny that seems to be tight pussy when really the pussy is all sloppy and torn up from the floor up on the inside. Okay, and this might be why they want to eat carpet, and be carpet eaters, muffin eaters, all right? And so back to the crime scene. If you do drive-bys, you got fuck buddies and or friends with benefits. I said drive-by. Did I stutter? So this what happened. So when I turned the table on men and started to not get into my feels after I fucked them and wonder if they're going to call me and, oh, why didn't they call me? Do they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever? And now you don't even know. This is the problem, okay? This is the problem. So then you don't even know, and then you don't even interview, and then you don't even care. Wow, I mean, this is just some of my recent thoughts about this. So don't think that this all new. 58, back to you again. 58, just recent thoughts about this. All right. It wasn't until I was 40 years old until I learned how to find self-esteem and self-confidence. I went and got a fourth grade book. Because I taught people how to read and write, basic education, okay, from other countries. And I had taught different people how to learn how to gain self-confidence and self-esteem. I went and read a fourth grade book about self-confidence and self-esteem with my narcissist ex-husband, sociopath, who molested my own daughter, our own child, and impregnated her with our granddaughter. So I know about molestation and what sex. It's like you just jump into it. It's like, well, did you get training? No, I didn't have training wheels. They just fucking shoved me right in the shit. Okay, this is how most people are, but they don't talk about it. So this where we're at. This where we're at. This what time it is. Anyway, so, and I don't even mean to be flippant because it's like it's healing. It's a healing process. And this is where we're at. It's time to heal from these traumatic incidences where people were slaves and they were fucked and molested and hence the reason, and thanks Michi X. It's like why they say motherfucker. It's like people made other people put bags over their heads and then fuck someone, and then it turned out it could be their mother. It's like this, that, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. People, that's wrong. Why is it okay for other people's family members to fucking shit and touch other people? What makes your trash better than my trash? Here we are again. Okay? So now, this is what I say about the crime scene. If you got a fuck buddy, you're going to do drive-bys, hit it and quit it shit, ghost a person, then you need to get yourself a DNA kit, like a removal kit. You need to have your condoms, some gloves, some baby wipes. You need to remove all evidence that your ass was ever there. And ladies, if you leaving your panties and shit for behind, so just in case you can go back and you got a reason to no, don't do that, because I thought that was slick. Mark your territory, FY, blah blah blah. The guys are cross dressing and wearing your shit. Now you want some guy wearing your panties and now you don't want to even know. This is why you need to stay in your motherfucking lane. This is why you need to stay. The sexes need to stay in their motherfucking lane. Keep your hands and feet to yourself on this ride. Keep your hands and feet to yourself on this ride.